welcome to DIY Therapy. As always, we'll start with our disclaimer. This podcast is for educational purposes only, not designed to diagnose or treat. When beginning any exercise program, it should be reviewed and discussed with your medical professional prior to beginning. Information on this podcast is not designed to replace medical treatment. How fast can I say that?
I mean, you could probably get it out there quicker.
I probably could do it faster. My name is Will. With me as always is Andy.
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. What do you know?
What do I know? Not much.
Nothing's new.
That's been well documented across this whole podcast that there is very little knowledge on either one of our parts.
I know next to nothing.
Zero. Yeah. What's new? I don't know if there's a whole heck of a lot that's new either. Family's finally
Healthy?
Healthy. Yeah, we had another.
We'll see how long that lasts.
We had another curse put on our home that made us so that we were my wife and my little girl had some intestinal issues. We'll just leave it at that.
I think we all know what that means.
Yes, yeah. So, but everybody's healthy now in my house. Yeah. How about you?
Everything's good. Just wrapping up school.
I know. Yeah. I will tell you what. It was hot this morning, and I got out of the shower today, and I was probably sweating for like 45 minutes after the shower. It's like I just have to walk around without a shirt on. Otherwise, I'm absolutely just like drenched in sweat.
Thank you for sharing.
Well, that's kind of the new thing that I've realized this morning.
That you need to share more?
That's what my wife says. You need to share more, sweetie.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
All right.
This is the family-based podcast.
Right. All right, so today, topic.
We're kind of doing something a little bit different. We're not talking about a specific ailment. We have...
Shameless plugs.
Well, I mean, yes. But there's also a little information. We have upgraded, changed the webpage a bit.
Yeah. So we thought today what we do is kind of continue to give some of our listeners like a little bit update on what we're working on here. Some of the other things. A lot of times, actually, I took some advice from someone who I was talking to that listens to our podcast regularly, and he's like, "You guys never actually talk about the things you do."
What are you talking about? This.
I mean, we talk about different ailments and different problems, dysfunctions, and how
we would treat them. That's what we do.
Yes, but none of the actual products or services that we're trying to promote that are actually keep our website up and basically the lights on, if you will. So today what we thought we'd do is talk a little bit about some of the projects that we're actually working on and just kind of give everybody a background and some of the services that we provide.
Yep.
Right? That's basically it.
Yep.
So a little bit of history. I started the company probably 2013 or so with an idea for a product called the InvertiBelt. The InvertiBelt's a product for low back pain that helps to basically mobilize and stretch the low back in similar manners and similar ways that we would in the clinic, and it allows.
It is something you can do at home without another person doing it to you.
Yes, and so we've had some relatively decent success with selling the product both online and through Amazon, etc. Which, by the way, you can find that product at www.theinvertibelt.com or www.diytherapy.net.
I don't think you need to say www anymore.
No?
No.
Is that just
I think
like
it's
a gold standard now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, Will's here for the technical aspect.
You're younger than I am. I don't know how you don't know that.
Knowledge gap. That's what I'm going to go with.
Knowledge window. It just went out the window.
just a knowledge gap there. Doesn't exist. So anyways, we've had some success selling this product. And then as we've continued to try to talk with other customers, clients using the product, we realized that, there's a lot of people who really do want to help basically self-treat themselves and would rather not talk to a medical professional or spend the money on a medical professional.
Or go in necessarily...
it's time.
Yeah,
it's a lot of it's time.
Just driving to a place and spending your time there and then driving back home.
Yeah, it's a really. Society today, who has an hour and a half, 2 or 3 days a week.
I have an hour and a half, but I don't have it to drive.
No. So that's where we kind of came up with the idea of DIY therapy, and so Will and I have been doing these podcasts. We've continued to create a significant amount of content on our website that we've kind of posted on there on different treatment strategies for different types of dysfunctions and problems. And so that's and at this point in time, we're really revamping our website and rebuilding it. So there's some pieces that we don't love of it right now, but we are continuing to update it.
Just like everything, you're kind of always
tinkering.
Nothing's always perfect.
Yeah. So at some point, it's got to be though, right? I mean, we gotta figure.
At some point, something will be perfect.
I don't know. I feel like we're very far away from it being.
Oh yeah, we're far away from perfect now.
So let us know if there's any broken links or anything like that too.
Yeah.
Nice little. Oh, what's your email address?
Beta testing. The email address for this is DIY Therapy 206 @gmail.com.
Attaboy.
And the 206 is how many bones you have in your body.
Whoa! Bum bum bum. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. So, that's really where we've been working. And then what we've also kind of continued to find is that as we've talked with different clients, different individuals using the belt, we've found that individuals really do like a little bit of one-on-one consultation. So we are actually going to be offering a wellness consultation.
Yep.
For any type of dysfunction where we'll actually teach you the DIY therapy process. And so, as I've kind of continued to talk to individuals about what it is we're trying to do here, and the whole therapy process and kind of self-treating yourself, when you really look at this at a very high level, and everybody, and this is for really any kind of pain, the whole process is calm it down, then build it back up. And so that's really what the process is in terms of us teaching you how to assess your pain on a daily basis, give you kind of a scientific perspective if we were to talk to you during our consultations about why you're having your symptoms, help you go through somewhat of a self-discovery journey about what it is that's really triggering your pain in your life, give you tips, strategies, different types of
exercises
tips and strategies to really kind of problem solve what it is that's triggering it, and how to avoid it, how to modify different activities, limit them, and then some exercises that will help kind of build up that tissue resilience, tissue tolerance, and then build it up in a systematic way that doesn't overload the tissue and allow you to regress, but allow you to build it up so that you can slowly, tolerate.
Get back to doing what you want to do.
Yeah, and that's the whole goal. I just had a conversation with a gal that, earlier this week that I was treating, and she was so disappointed. She's like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to run again. And she had hip pain. I said, why? Why don't you think you can run again? Well, I tried again last week, and I tried to run 30 minutes. Well, her philosophy in terms of how she's trying to build back up to getting to that running point in her life is totally wonkers, okay? It does not.
She's going 0 to 60.
Yeah, there has to be a systematic build for these things. And so, those are the types of processes that we help people kind of talk people through to help get them back to the things that they want to do. And it doesn't have to be an athletic type of activity. It can be simply just reaching up into the cupboard if you've got shoulder pain, or it could be going up and down stairs.
Playing with grandkids, playing with kids, playing golf. It could be anything.
Whatever
you want to do.
Yeah, whatever it is, there are easier and harder ways to get to what you want to do, and our goal is to get you there as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Like I said, unfortunately, most people don't know how to do that, and we can help you. So that's really what the consultations are about.
Yep.
Yeah. Along the way, we actually we only have one product right now on the website that we do sell. We do have some other that's physically our product. We do have a few other links on the website of products that we do actually promote and we use with our own patients. So we'll continue to in the future kind of talk about some of those products in association with whatever
what they may be helpful for.
Yeah, like for instance, we have a shoulder pulley for shoulder pain, or we have resistance bands that we like that we have
strengthening.
Used for strengthening. So
these aren't like 400-pound things. They're just because when you're starting off again, you're building back up. You don't need to go as heavy as possible. You just need to reintroduce movement to the area.
Mm-hmm. And so we'll continue to talk about some of those things. Just so you know, we do get a small commission for them, but it's more like paying for a cup of coffee for us. Or
I don't drink coffee.
Okay, that 6-pack of soda then.
Caffeine.
Yeah. So weirdo. What?
I don't know.
Okay.
The products, yeah.
All right. I'm distracted. I've been derailed.
Nice.
Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll continue to kind of talk about some of those products, and if you do feel like they're appropriate for you, certainly click on the link on our website, and that, again, will help kind of keep the lights on for the podcast. And
yeah, and if we're doing a wellness consultation with you, we can recommend, even if we don't have one on there, we can recommend a specific thing that would be useful to you, your specific.
Absolutely, yeah. And at the end of the day, this is about getting you the things that you need to help facilitate your healing. So, kind of a self-promotion podcast here today. I don't know if there's anything else we really want to talk about, but that's really what our purpose of this one was. Yeah, just to give people a better idea of what we do and what we offer. And
this isn't appropriate for everyone. Like, if you have a brand new knee, you should go to a clinic.
You need to go to a clinic. Yeah. Post-op, you need to go to a clinic.
Definitively. But it's like, if you just say you have just random shoulder pain. It's just irritating. It's not bad enough to go to the doctor,
and it's not going away.
Yeah, and it's just kind of irritating you. It's annoying. Mm-hmm. It could be something as simple as that, and you're like, it's not bad enough that I want to go to a doctor. I don't want to go to a therapist. 25 minutes, 30 minutes with, online,
Yeah, we do screen sharing, so we'll actually share our screens. We'll share certain charts and graphs that'll help you kind of document and follow through with what we're wanting you to try to kind of assess on your own. So it really allows you to kind of dive in and look at your daily activities and help you move forward. What else? I was going to say something else there too. Yeah, it's we've worked with a couple people with this, and we've had a lot of really good success with it thus far. And there's a booking app on the website too. So if you, I think there's a tab on the website that says book appointment, so you can actually book an appointment on the website. So that's really it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All you would need to do is have Skype, which is free.
Yes. Good point.
Yep. It's pretty simple. That's all there is to it. It's basically going to see a physical therapist without having to leave the house.
All right.
That's about it for that. Want to talk about anything else?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 6, the final episode. Spoiler alert.
I think if anyone who hasn't seen it
or hasn't heard about it.
Yeah.
First 45 minutes were awesome. Last 45 minutes were a jumbled mess. Disappointed. Don't really understand a lot of decisions. Not enough time in the actual season. Should have been 10-episode season to kind of better character development.
Yeah, many other people, if anyone's ever interested, there are plenty of other people that have dissected this.
Yeah, Bran the Broken, that came out of nowhere.
Literally nowhere. Like, I'm above. I don't have what. Oh, I don't want anything. I don't want.
That's a pretty decent Bran.
He just mumbles. He just mumbles. I don't want anything.
If you could see Will's face here, it's
basically the same thing. Just
deadpan.
less hair.
It's right. It's right.
It's creepy stare. It's creepy far off stare. Soul crushing stare.
With no emotion.
Yeah.
So I think there was a lot of people that were disappointed in just a bad way to it was such a great series in general.
It was going to be hard to land that thing.
I think
that plane was big and unwieldy. It was going to be hard to land.
Don't you honestly think that that's one of the reasons why George, the actual author of the books, is having such a hard time finishing the books? He doesn't know how to do it.
He doesn't know. Yeah, I think one of the things I heard is this is sort of a test drive for him.
Yeah.
See. Oh, they didn't like that. All right. Well, I don't know that.
Yeah. Even though he has openly said that this is how it was going to end.
I believe that in the crib notes it was probably something like, and then Danny loses a dragon, and then Danny, eventually, goes nuts and burns the thing, and probably the very broad strokes of it, probably, but how they got from point A to point B.
Well, in some way, so to your point, in some way, it almost handcuffed the creators of the show, because it's this is how it has to end, but and part of that is a decision to have less episodes, but this is how this has to end. and I'm not going to give you any of the filler to figure out how to do it. So they're trying to fit this story into 6 episodes, and without any of that long character development.
Yeah, and that's just that was the primary problem with it. Was just there was lacking the character development to explain how people got from where they were to where they are.
Yeah, so that's been probably the biggest drama in our lives the last week, right?
Yeah,
we watched the episode together actually, and I kicked Will out of my house right afterwards, grumpy. I'm like, get out of here. You're done.
It's your fault.
It's your fault. I hate you.
This series was fine until we started watching it together.
It was. First year we watched it together. Terrible season. All your fault, Will. Get out of my house.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
This podcast is for educational purposes only, is not designed to diagnose or treat. When beginning any exercise program, it should be reviewed and discussed with your medical professional prior to beginning. Information on this podcast is not designed to replace medical treatment. Remember,
treat yourself. There's a deer in the middle of your driveway, by the way. Or not driveway, but street.
Did you hit it?
I tried not to. I tried to get a picture real quick, but...
While you're driving, you tried to take a picture of the deer on the road.
Yeah, in front of me.
While you're on... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Does this sound wrong?
I don't know. It seems wrong.
I mean, I was here and it was there. It's not a busy street.
That is true, but don't deer kill more people than, like...
Well,
at least in America,
you're acting like the deer themselves tried to attack the car and kill you, versus me speeding along and it jumping in front of me. Like it was already.
How do you know that's not what they're doing?
I guess I don't.
Can you read a deer's mind? Do you know that they're like, screw this car?
Well, true. I hate my life so much. I'm going to just throw myself in front of here.
It doesn't think that's what's going to happen. It's not that smart of an animal, right?
Well, you're telling me that it has
intent to hurt you?
Yeah, so apparently it is.
Maybe
you can't have one or the other.
Well, it might have it. It's protecting its territory.
This is mutually exclusive, okay?
Maybe it thinks the car is another deer, and it's like, this is my area.
Yeah, because all other cars have flashing, or all other deer have flashing headlights on.
Maybe it sets them into a rage.
A rage.
Rage.
I think it's just scared, isn't it? Isn't that how they usually work?
I mean, they don't move. Technically, they don't move when they're
this one was not scared of my little clown.
Oh no, they're not scared of any of the cars.
Yeah, my clown car was.
You can walk.
It was like
they've been standing at the end of the driveway, and I walked out to get mail. And as long as you don't make eye contact with them, you will be within 3 feet of them. But and they'll look at you the entire time. But if you just look straight ahead and ignore them,
they'll just stay there.
They will just not move.
And the moment you look at them, though,
they're like Drax. I'm invisible. I have mastered the art of invisibility. As long as I remain completely still, I'm invisible.
That's awesome.
No,
I love Drax.
All right, you ready to do this?
Yes.
All right.